and
Yeah.
then something. Then I think that's when I actually got to the guy that was holding the gun.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
just went.
Then how it went.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Does anybody else have anything they want to do specifically at the gala?
You really gonna giving me a name?
They don't know. What do you want me to tell you?
I just want to be able to use my everybody eats move.
Sorry. Really don't know shit. Ridley is nothing. You should have asked him who would know.
I did.
No, you asked him. You asked him the name of the dude, and with the. Anyway, I don't even know who knows at this point. So let me think about that.
All right. Well,
I'm sure you have people on it.
I was just like gonna open her brain
Sorry,
at the.
you
I
want
was
to
just like
brain?
gonna open her, yeah,
Hey, go ahead and roll that.
for basically like what to do now with like after all this, basically.
Like after all, what? Like in what? Oh fuck. I need more. I definitely need more.
Yeah,
details now.
like
You have this move
basically-
expanded, right?
I don't have any expansions.
Oh, you don't. Never mind.
Nope.
except for seduce and manipulate.
So
But,
Tell me
like based on like uh race being dead, like someone out there being after the faction leaders.
Mm, how to deal with the situation. I think the Maelstrom gives you a lot of concern and worry, and they push you in the direction of Leon. Like you get like an urge to like go and talk with him and see what he has to say about it, and the Maelstrom says to you that maybe you should just stay out of it. They just want the faction leaders dead. Just stay out of the politics, and you'll probably be okay.
Speaking of which, while I'm sitting there in a daze, about to pass out, I want to open my brain and ask who did this.
Yeah.
Who ordered
One
this?
second.
Yeah.
So so when the Maelstrom says that to you, do you have any reply?
Yeah, she says I was asking for the people, not for me.
She says, or the Maelstrom, they reply, do you mean the people who are being targeted, or just everybody else?
Everybody else. Their business is my business.
She said,
I make my business also.
they say, don't worry about the politics. I've always got that covered. You need to be paying attention to everything else because they're too busy to notice.
Alright.
Cool. Who did this? Roll your weird.
12. I see past the maelstrom.
I thought it was 13.
It's 12
No, it's 12
plus.
plus. So you get, yeah, so you can do it without having to have a modifier.
Yep.
So you get this image of like who did this, and you're back in that house where you're with M, watching The Lion King, and you were just about to run through that door, and you open it, and when you go outside, it's not how you thought it would be. It's not quite right. You see, everything looks wet, like a big wave just rolled in, and you see wet, bloated bodies just scattered all over the streets. And without you meaning to, you hear the words slip from your mouth, "Who did this?"
Mm-hmm.
And then you feel a small hand on your shirt, like, tug you back inside. And you hear M say, "Close the door."
I'll, like, look down at her and just, like, slowly close the door.
Like, shakes his finger at you. We're not supposed to go out there. We're supposed to stay here where it's safe.
How did that happen?
She shrugs. They don't really know. They can't figure it out. It's just the waves, the water started doing weird things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some people think it has to do with the moon. It's not normal.
Right.
Even the scientists can't figure it out. She like looks at you and she's like, "Where'd you go?"
What do you mean?
You left. Only for a little while, but then you came back. Where'd you go?
And I like grab my side. I went back to where I came from for a little bit. That's all.
What happened? You look hurt.
I am.
She like tries to pull you back into the like living room and put you on the couch.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go lay down on the couch.
And she's like, "I'll go get you some tea." And then she like runs off and like makes some tea and like brings it to you.
Okay.
And if you drink it, it tastes just like real food. Like, it's just like you're actually here. It's doing the same thing. Like, it's filling you up. You're tasting it. You're sensing it the same way.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm drinking tea.
Mhm.
Um.
And then she, like, sits down on the floor cross-legged and looks up at you, and she's like, "So what happened?"
Some people tried to hurt some other people that I didn't want them to hurt. So I tried to stop them, and I got hurt while I tried to stop them.
Why did they want to hurt them?
I don't know. I want to find that out. I think that's why
Who
I'm
hurt
back
them?
here. Some... Just some guys that were told to. I'm not sure why.
Do you know who told them?
That's what I wanted to know, but I don't.
Who was hurt?
Well, I was. Somebody I know named Brace died. You know, someone who
Why
looked
did
a
he
lot
die?
like you. So they shot first?
Why did they shoot him first?
I don't know.
Did they do it on purpose?
Yes.
She seems to like sit and like scrunches her face and like thinks for a moment. She's like, "Was Brace important?"
Yeah, he was.
Did he have power?
Mm-hmm.
Did he get to make decisions?
Yep.
And make the rules?
Not all the rules, not by
I
himself.
bet that's why they did it. I bet they killed him because they didn't like his rules. Or maybe they just want to make their own rules.
You know, that sounds about right. I wish I knew who.
I bet it was someone who's so close to who can almost make rules, but isn't quite there yet. I bet they pretend they're something they're not. That's what most people do who do bad things. They lie. They pretend they're something they're not. And like she whispers, she's like, "That's what they do when they're mean to me."
I see. You're more helpful than you know.
She smiles. "Is there anything else I could do? Do you need more tea?
I'm good, thank you.
Do you have anything else you want to do in this realm?"
No, I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, you come back to your body and you pass out.
Yep.
Awesome. I think as you're like fading back to unconsciousness, back to the world you're used to, like a bird flies through the window and like lands like on your stomach and starts like pecking you, and then you go back to being whatever you are. Go
Okay.
back to passing out. Sorry, I
Yeah.
can't speak right now.
All right, cool.
I'm thinking about too many things. So, anybody else have anything they want to do at the gala? No? Okay. So, based on what I told you is happening in the next week, what are scenes people want to have?
Trench waking up.
You want to do that first?
That's just something I wanted to do. We can do any of the other ones first.
Yeah, like what do you guys want to do? This is up to you.
Saffron wants to go knock on heads, find answers.
Rodney, Kappa, anything you want to do?
I'm all for trench waking up.
Okay, Rodney?
No,
Got no scenes you want to have?
no.
Okay. Yeah, let's do trench waking up. So in the infirmary, imagine nobody's there, because that seems to be where she lives, basically. No, wait, she can't be there
No,
anymore.
no,
Shit.
she can't.
So where does
She's
she?
in my room.
She's in your room. Okay. Forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
I knew I was
oh, that's
forgetting
something
some-
else we need to do my Solace move real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that. I knew I was missing something big that happened, and I was like, I can't remember.
So I roll hot. Okay. Oh, sweet XP.
Useless. Useless you are.
So I get to choose 2.
What are you choosing?
Oh, she totally could be in there.
Are you gonna keep it consistent, or are you not?
I mean, circumstances have certainly changed.
Well, how much do you know about the change of circumstances?
I mean, Sutter doesn't know anything about what's going on with her infirmary not letting that maelstrom through.
So did Sutter realize she doesn't like this? And not gonna allow it anymore?
I'm just wondering what other options there are.
Yes.
You know, I'm really tempted to do. Wait, no. I have weird highlighted. I think it will.
You can't really do weird in your place
Yeah,
anyway.
I was gonna have it follow me around, and then I'm like,
Mm.
well, I'll keep it. The threshold as a barrier to the psychic maelstrom, and I'll go with no one with weird +2 or higher can enter across the threshold.
Ha ha ha.
So you quite literally
Tell me
can't take
here.
me in.
It's gotten more aggressive.
Yeah, so you realize when you
I didn't like us jumping back and forth through it.
yeah, like when you get back to try to like take care of Sutter, not Sutter, excuse me, Leon, he literally like you can't. How exactly do you want that to work? Him not being able to go in. What did you
I
say?
kind of almost want it to be like, almost kind of like one of those Muggle repulsion charms from Harry Potter, where just like the idea of bringing him in there just can't be held in my mind.
Okay.
And so I probably just take him straight up somewhere else.
Like to his room or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Awesome.
Setter's gonna get her exercise walking up and down stairs.
Yeah. Iris, it never crosses your mind to like ever go in the infirmary anymore.
She wasn't going to anyway because nobody told her not to.
But like, I mean, you never even like you realize that like you're varying like it's not even a temptation. Like it's kind of like you're like, oh, that was a really easy thing to not do anymore.
Okay.
Like you take the advice really easily.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Trench,
Hmm.
you wake up. Who's in the infirmary? Are you there, Sutter?
Um, probably. Her room's occupied. I mean, she's either there or she's in her room or Leon's room.
Do you still like? Where
Or
do you
she's-
sleep now? Do you still sleep
The
with?
infirmary for the most parts.
Should you just share a bed with nobody? I mean, you can't even tell they're there.
And yeah, or she's out doing that technical work stuff. She
Up
could
to
be
you.
there.
Cool. So, Trench, tell me how you wake up.
So I think
Elegantly or not so much?
no, I think I just like jump like bolt upright like you do after a nightmare, and I just like look
Yep.
around, and then just like lean on one hand. Oh, ugh. Well, I feel like I just slept for 2 weeks.
There's only one.
It was only
Yes,
one.
I think Sutter's just like 8 days. Or how long was it? Just
One.
It was like 6 days.
no, well, okay, yeah.
It was about a week.
I think Sutter will like give you the exact amount of time, like
Well,
down to like 6 days and 7 nights.
good to know. Well, what do I owe you for this?
Um, was this already covered?
I have no idea.
No.
I think
don't think so.
Who paid for it?
Okay.
Do you know this guy, by the way, Sutter?
Trench? No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I haven't paid.
You probably know of. Yeah, he
Yeah,
hasn't
you know
paid,
of
so-
me,
No, but
and
I don't.
I know Iris.
Oh, come on, this doesn't tell me what barter is for an angel in the angel character sheets.
It's probably one barter.
I think it's actually less than 1.
Yeah, I
mean,
think that's what
what's
it
less
is.
than one?
Because
how do you
like
pay
one
less
barter
than one?
is because one barter is like a month's living expenses.
It's
Is saving
For the
someone's
angel- oh,
life
here it
not
is.
considered?
1 barter is the going rate for 1 successful resuscitation, 1
Yeah.
week's full around-the-clock care plus material costs. And I'm like, that wasn't 1 full week around-the-clock care.
I mean, it was
Okay,
close.
I mean,
though.
that's up to you to quote. It's how you want to
I mean,
quote
we
it.
went to a party, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's how you want to quote it, like a
Yeah.
setter.
yeah. So,
So
it's
I
not
think
worth
I
1
ask
barter.
I ask how much it costs, and I say, well, before you say it, I don't really have much in the way of stuff to give, so I could pay it off with work. I was planning on seeing if I could find a place here anyway, so call it a trial period.
Oh, Jenny's still in here somewhere, too. I knew there was another patient.
Oh yeah, she's like taking a nap.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like,
She snores. You can hear like, or she doesn't always snore, but you just hear her like snore real quick. And Trent, you're suddenly aware of the girl in the room.
I'm like, I think we can work with that kind of arrangements. And I'm so sad that I missed a scene that I wanted to do. I think
What scene did you want to do?
when Sarah got her motorcycle, she probably smoked 2 of the cigarettes, one with Wisher, or Wisher smoked one and she smoked one. That she was paid with. She's like, yeah, I know these are worth something, but now seems like the right time.
I don't think Wisher would be up for it, to be perfectly honest. I think she'd be like, "You save your money. We're gonna need it."
And I'm like, okay, it's like, I'm like, war means lots of work.
She's like, shake that. She's like, I ain't worried about war.
I'm not worried about going broke.
She just shakes her head at you. But refuses to take it. She's like, you can smoke it if you want, but I ain't taking that from you.
I won't. I don't make her, but I smoke mine.
She judges you.
Fine. I just died, or almost died. Probably coughing and wincing when I cough.
And she's laughing at you.
Okay.
Anyway, back to Trench.
Yeah, back to Trench.
Oh, you guys are just cute.
So's Iris around?
Irish can't. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Setter is like, having spent most of her time in the infirmary, is like, I haven't seen her in like 4 days.
My eyes go wide a little bit. Not that you can see them very well.
And it's like, I'm sure that's just weird.
Yeah, that's...
She's got to be here somewhere, I think.
Well, I'm feeling a little better, so if you don't mind, I'll go look.
Yeah, I'll come. Okay, you're gonna go look for her?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna come with you. She's a bit weirded out.
Do we have anything to roll for? Kappa?
For what? What? Oh, Kappa. How many times do you have sex? Do we want to roll it's a week, so should we roll a D7 or something?
Yeah, it'll do.
Roll a D7.
Okay.
7s all day.
It was a really stressful time,
It was a
right?
really stressful week.
And you're not in any pain, so...
Oh, no.
Oh.
He's just really fucking busy with the jobs. Like, the city needs him right now. They need all the hands they can get, and so he's busy with that. So go ahead and roll your weird for that.
Meanwhile, Iris is babysitting.
Hmm.
I mean, obvious. Okay. Oh, God!
Damn it, Cash.
He has no weird. What do you expect from him?
Oh.
Oh, man. Okay, so... go find her.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find her. Where do I find Iris?
Really wherever Hope wants to go, as long as it's within reason. She's up for it. So either most likely 10th floor or 2nd floor, or maybe 5th.
Is
One of the-
Finn
one of the-
acting a bit like a curious rabbit around the new kids, and so she just hangs out in either the in the dining hall when they're around there, but she doesn't talk to them, and she tries to look like she's uninterested, but she is clearly interested, so she probably spends a lot of time there.
Okay, then yeah, we'll say this.
So yeah, you walk in and you see all the kids ever.
I just stand in the doorway and stare into the room.
Yeah, the kids are
I just
way too busy.
I go really, really tense.
Iris eventually looks up from whatever she's doing. Now maybe she's holding mouse, and she goes, "Oh, hey, Trench." You're up.
Hope notices this guy and literally yelps a bit when she sees him, because he's not. I imagine he's not the. I mean, he has a scary fucking mask, so.
Yeah,
right?
it's creepy in the how plain it is. It's like one of those.
Yeah, she just jumps and probably runs over to Kit.
She's like, don't worry, it's just Trench. Know him. It's cool. She kind of pauses when she says, before she says cool, fuck do I call him? And then she looks over to Trench how you feeling?
I take a very deep breath and I say, better. though I came pretty close to a heart attack, I think.
Well, I'm glad you're back on your feet.
I wanted to ask you something.
But yeah, like,
A favor.
sure, 1 sec. Sure, 1 second. And she like hands whoever she's carrying to like Kid or Spectre, and then walks out, leads him to like this staircase.
Hope like is like where are you going?
Just talking business. 1 second. We'll be back before you know it.
Can I come?
I shake my head
Uh,
to Iris. I don't look at Hope.
She just like sticks her tongue at you and is like, stupid adults.
I
Or
look at
stupid
her and I say,
grown-ups.
I promise you don't want to hear this.
She just like looks at you and just like sticks her tongue at you again and just walks away, mumbling to herself.
Hmm.
yeah, Iris brings him out to the staircase and gets like serious.
Yeah, so I
And so-
say, so about the job, right? I figure I owe you a little bit of explanation. Because basically, like, the way I figured it out, I just paid you to lead a bunch of people into an old warehouse and lock the door behind them. And depending on how long you stayed, you heard varying degrees of shouting and yelling and screaming and crying.
Alright, like she just kind of like nods a bit and says, I don't get paid to ask questions. If you don't want to tell me, it's fine.
Right. So that isn't what I do. It's what I did then, but it's not what I do. The only reason that happened is because of Black Sludge, and because of what they had over me. Though, they didn't really hold up their end, even though I held up mine, so I've got a little bit of a grudge there. Just, I don't know. I thought I needed to say that in prelude to the favor I'm gonna ask.
Well, then what's the favor?
Well, Black Sludge not holding up their end of the deal means that they, destroyed the little place I called home with all of my friends. With the help of 3 of those friends. So, I need a new place to be. I can't really be anywhere on my own. I'm capable of it, but there's no point to that. I figure I can do something here. And, you've worked with me before, and I thought maybe you could help me find a place.
She kind of like, looks around. Why not here?
Well, I meant here. This is kind of where I meant to go. I don't know how accepting they'd be of me here. And I wanted help.
Sure. I think it'll be fun. I mean, we've got lots of different types of people.
So, I guess I talked to Earl then?
She knows.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
I stand up kind of stiffly and start walking downstairs.
Sutter, you followed. What have you been doing?
She just saw Iris, but by the time she got up there, she forgot that she was confused about the fact that she hadn't seen Iris in her infirmary at all. So when she kind of saw her, she's like was satisfied and just left.
Okay.
The rest of that had just slipped from her mind.
Nice.
So she was not there for any of that.
Do you guys mind if we could take a quick break here?
Sure, no problem.
Kind of early, but I need to do some things real quick.
Okay,
Yeah, works for me.
Be back in a few minutes, guys.
we'll be back.
Saffron somehow managed to divine in on that conversation and be like, ah, you hate Black Sludge too. They killed your home.
This is Arc 2. It's the Kill Black Sludge arc.
That's what it is for Saffron.
Well, yeah, that's what it's been with Earl since, like, we discovered Black Sludge was the thing.
Yeah, let's get that going.
Oh, wait. My backstory thing for Trench?
Something with Black Sludge.
Yeah, because, like, I have all the reason not to like them.
Black Sludge.
I need to
Your
get...
backstory with BS, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I need to get one advancement so that I can pick up Daredevil, so that when I'm the aggressor, I have 4 armor. Because with the defender, as the defender, I'm always going to have 2. But if I can pick up Daredevil as the aggressor, I will always have 4.
My god.
And then the -2 to harm rolls.
Yep, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm built to run at people and, not stop until they're all dead.
Does anyone remember that guy's name from like the second session who infiltrated gangs? Who was
Shan.
working for millions? Shan?
Yep.
Okay, I'm back. What are we talking about? No skimming
How-
behind the GM's back.
Arc 2 is going to be Kill Black Sludge.
Yep.
Okay. What was Arc 1?
The tower as an establishment.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody knows. Oh my god, they updated Skype Mobile.
Yeah, they did that.
I need to sign out, and it's because, oh my god, where's the, god, no. I'm gonna accidentally call people all the time using Skype Mobile. If I ever do that, don't hate me.
Okay.
If I ever
Yeah.
randomly call you, I promise I'm on Skype Mobile, and I meant to type a message.
Alright.
That is the greatest splash screen, Griffin.
I know.
Ha!
It's beautiful,
I thought
isn't it?
my old one was bad.
I drew it in
Oh,
paint.
man. Are we muted for the people, then?
No. You think you get privacy? No.
Okay, so, yeah, what are you guys scheming about?
Black Sludge.
How I'm going to kill Black Sludge?
Yep.
There's this move from Worlds in Peril that seems like really, really good right now.
What is
also,
it?
how I'm going to take Daredevil is my first advancement.
Oh yeah, that was one too. It's called like Gather Intel or something. It's like I think my favorite move in the whole game. What it does is like when you need to find. I'm just trying to flip to the page. When your leads dry up, take whatever avenues are open to you and roll. And it's like if you do it by shaking people down, roughing people up, roll what is essentially like strength. By going places you shouldn't be, gaining access or being stealthy, roll dexterity.
Awesome.
By doing research, roll wisdom. By using charm, roll charisma.
What is that? What you don't do research with wisdom?
Well,
That's
it's
weird.
investigates. It's I'm
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm
He's-
translating the
He's
stats.
translating it to D&D
know.
terms, yeah.
I know, but that's.
I suppose it
don't
would be
call
intelligence.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Well, so there's no split of them in this. So it's by doing research, but it could also be like debate and analysis, which would be wisdom.
Oh, I don't. Weird. Anyway,
D&D
is
has
everybody
weird
back?
Stat breakdowns.
So, Trench, where were you heading to?
The security office. Or,
Awesome.
honestly, it was back to the infirmary to ask Setter where Earl was.
Fair. Setter, do you give directions? Earl, are you
I'm not
even
there.
in right now, or are you in one of those many meetings of yours?
I'm probably in a meeting or out on a hunt because that's what I do.
Okay.
I am. Let me check the map.
Earl is like never home now because he has a job.
Do you sleep in your base in the garage, Leon?
Yeah. It's like a little room that he set up next, like in the garage.
Well, okay.
Like,
All right. Yeah, so it's
like you know
that
how,
level?
yeah, it's that level. It's like
Mm.
an expanded elevator room, but like it's actually pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I am not in the infirmary. I'm in my old room. Now
Okay.
nobody's room.
Cool. So I think we have you wandering around looking for Earl, and then we cut to Earl. Earl, you're probably in the city hall. There's for the first time, like in days, since everything went down. There's like finally a meeting with all the faction leaders instead of just like a bunch of like shitty. Well, actually, probably not all the faction leaders. Let me think. It's just you got Daff. Hold on, I have to look at names. Sorry, I can't remember names right now. I think Daff, Foster, and Merc are at this meeting. Plus, there's a few like lead foragers and a couple of Foster's head like border guards basically, and Daff is saying, look, I know I've been saying this for months, but I'm serious this time. It's bad. And Foster cuts in and is like, the reports say the same thing. We're trying to tighten down as much as we can, but we don't have enough people to send out patrols with all the foraging groups. And you know that the context of this meeting is that there's been more reports of tribal activity getting in the way of getting in the way of city business. And everybody's kind of just like yelling at each other. And nobody has any solutions. And they're kind of just mostly complaining and not knowing what to do. And like it's complaining about how like we've been trying to tell millions this, but he's not having any of it. And Merc is like, well, what am I supposed to do about it? It's nothing to do with my people. It's your job to provide the food and the security.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do you have anything to input to this conversation?
I mean, Earl's just like, I could send some people out, go out and take care of them.
Take care of what? Foster asks.
The tribals. And thin the herd.
You're tough. He ain't that tough. You can't take them all down. They don't fight like we do. It's not like battles. It's hiding and jumping out and just arrows from nowhere, guns, shots from nowhere, and people are dead before you even realize anybody's watching you.
Well. Okay. Like, closes his eye, folds his arms, and nods. And it kind of looks like he's sleeping as he just, like, listens to them, like, are you?
Yeah, they continue to argue about the poor state the food supply is in, and Merc starts complaining about how, like, why isn't Wisher here if we're talking about food supply? And shouldn't we get Millions here too? Because he's the one who's supposed to worry about the numbers, and like everybody's just like, basically, everybody's blaming it on somebody else,
Yeah.
and it's just going around in circles,
Yeah.
and nobody's trying to fix the problem.
Yeah, and as they're yelling, Earl's opening his brain.
About what?
How to best solve the food problem. Like, and it's not like really that he's like asking somebody. It's because I've described it as he's just he thinks about it and goes to like that cave,
Mm-hmm.
and then whatever happens happens.
Um.
Oh, so close.
So you get like a tribal like painting of like a person you recognize as yourself, like of the way that you are drawn, leading a hunt into the wild and fighting people who appear to be much more primitive than you, and you see like like most of the people in your hunting party end up being killed by these people before you finally kill them. But and then yeah, so they die, and then you guys all go back like a victorious hunting party, and then nothing, it doesn't get any better, and you have to keep doing, like, it just keeps like repeating that cycle of you going out, killing people, it's fine for a little while, then it sucks again, and
Alright.
then it has like a picture of a bunch of like what you recognize as your people being like locked out of the city and not allowed in, and then your problems are solved when the population goes down.
Huh. Okay. And Earl kind of just like shakes awake. And it's like, yeah. That would be a bad idea. Yeah. We should definitely think about growing some things.
They like look at you and it's like, we've tried that, it doesn't really work. I mean, that's what Wisher tries to do. I mean, we have minimal success with that, but not as much as we need to sustain the whole city, and not enough. There's just not enough usable land. Everything gets flooded out. Nothing lasts this season.
Yeah. Well, nice knowing you. And he just walks out of the room.
You hear like shouting as you leave. Not in your direction, just at each other again.
Yeah.
And Foster's probably like super loud and like angry and yelling and stuff.
I don't know who's worse, them or the tribals. Just walk away.
One of the guards like laughs. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to do, Earl?
Can I throw in something real quick?
Yeah, go
If
ahead.
he's paying attention as he leaves, he'll see Saffron kind of watching from outside.
Okay. I guess Earl will, like, go up to her.
He's welcome to, if you think he'd notice her and do it.
Yeah, he's got one acute aware eye. Yeah. So like he sees her probably out of the corner of his eye, and his head just turns. And then he nods and like moves towards her.
Yeah. I don't think she says anything. Just waits for you to come up and talk first if you're going to. She keeps her eyes kind of fixed on the door.
I can't decide anything. Always blaming each other.
Someone wanted this chaos. Trying to figure out who.
Well, I don't know who, but I know who they are.
Who are you talking about?
We all know them. The scum that thinks they run this town.
You mean the people in that room?
Earl snorts. Those people couldn't run their way out of a wet paper bag.
She laughs.
And we don't have those anymore. Well,
But we do have a lot
paper
of...
bags to get wet.
All our wet paper bags are very disintegrated.
Yeah. It's terrible.
I think she just looks at you and she's like, I'm not in the mood for riddles, Mr. King. I'm in the mood to... I'm trying to figure out what she says. I want to find out who's responsible for this mess. And get them to give me back what they owe me.
Earl nods. Yeah, well, if I ever find them, they won't be able to give you anything back because they'll be dead.
She's like, you should bring me along for the ride. She's gonna... I think she, like, looks you up at this point right now. It's like, do you know, or what do you know about Black Sludge? Who
He,
they
like,
are, where they
Thinks
operate.
for a minute. I don't know much, except that they exist and have been existing ever since I've been here. And I really don't like it.
I think it's
Chaos
about
is
time.
supposed to be outside those walls.
I thought we could make a deal. Work together. I'll cut them a little bit of the profit. They leave me alone. You know, copacetic. And, well, now I think it's time I kill them.
Roll nods. Yeah, it's bad doing business with mobsters. They just don't know when enough is enough.
They do tend to push their luck. I don't think her eyes have, like, left the door this whole time.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep my eye open. And let you know if I see anything.
Please do. If you ever need well, point me at the right people, and I can take care of them often enough.
A deal. And he, like, extends his hand.
She'll shake it, and she'll look at you. She does it. A deal. She nods.
And they part. You can be all creepy.
Yep, she's goes back to just kind of staking the place out.
What are you looking for? How often are you there?
Oh man, she's tailing everyone, you know. So when the big players are getting together to meet, she's definitely there. She's tailing.
Who's the big players?
If her, any of the remaining faction leaders, for sure.
Okay.
She's in both Millions territory and Daph's or Brace's territory, right? You said it was Brace's where crime's way up.
Oh yeah, like place is out of control. Merc's not keeping it together. You hear rumors of like full out rebellion, like coups wanting to happen. They're not
Yeah.
getting supplied what they're supposed to be supplied. Like it's been a week, but already everything's just not how it's supposed to be, and it's really obvious.
She's definitely, I think, there a lot, except when she catches wind that like two or more faction leaders will be meeting together, probably. But she's also like trying to like find some people in Million, looking for any kind of like crime going down in Millions territory because she heard that maybe it was from them.
Millions is suspiciously clean. Nothing ever happens in
Yeah.
Millions. It's perfect. Perfectly organized, perfectly sane, perfectly... No problems.
Of course.
Awfully suspicious
Awfully
is what
suspicious.
Saffron thinks, so she doesn't abandon it. Yeah, so I think that's